My name is Michael Charles Balog. I was a lieutenant, United States Naval Reserve. In our first session on the gun line, and we arrived in Vietnam in August, early September, and I will say that my first vision of Vietnam, we were approaching Vietnam. It was, I think, about 0400 in the morning, and we began to see these little lights along the horizon. And as we got closer, what we soon came to figure out was those were flares, what we were seeing. We were seeing a trail of flares come down, which really drove home there are people over there who are trying to kill one another. I mean, we are not, this is not a game. We have arrived in a real war zone, so let's get serious. As I say, in our first mission on our first set of firing missions on the gun line, we had the extreme misfortune to suffer an explosion in Mount 51. There was a round in all Navy ships at that time were using at least some World War II ammunition. And as a matter of fact, I think there's still some of it around today. But the after-action report or the investigation later said that the projectile, the bullet, moved 6 inches, and then there was a defect in a gas seal on the side of it, and the hot gases got to it and it exploded. Killed 3 men in the mount, and everybody in the mount was injured. And so that was not something that happened to any other Navy ships, but a Coast Guard cutter did have a similar explosion during the Vietnam War. But as far as we're the only Navy ship that happened to. Of course, when that happened, the first thing they did was suspend all those ammunition lots, which meant every ship in the Navy heard about what happened on Lord Thomas, including our people back home. So they knew something had happened, but they had no idea what for a period of time. The injured were airlifted to, I'm not sure where they went. Where we were stationed at that time on the gun line, we were working a lot with the 1st Australian Task Force. And it was Australian helicopters that took our dead and wounded off the ship. Where they went, I'm not sure. To a field hospital somewhere immediately, I'm sure. The 3 men who were killed or the men who were not killed, as a rule, were not horribly injured. It was hearing the concussion effects of an explosion that close. So, but exactly where they went, I don't know.